Hey guys, what is going on? Lego Man 123 and welcome back to another video where today I'll be reviewing the Lego Creator 3-in-1 set 31129. And because this is a 3-in-1 set, you do get 3 builds that you can choose to build. The first one is the main one, which is the tiger. And then the second one, I believe, is a red panda or a fox. And then the third one is a fish. So without further ado, let's get into it. And out of the 3 builds, I did choose to build the tiger. But first I'll start with the small build which is included with the tiger. And that is a really nice small build of a waterfall and I believe a red woodpecker, but I'm not 100% sure. I really like the overall design for it, like the sort of micro scale with some really nice part usage, especially with these green pieces to actually create, I believe, bamboo, and I think it looks really cool. And I also like the inclusion of this bird here. It definitely adds so much more to the set. I just like the overall shape and design for it, and it's definitely a great inclusion for the tiger. But the main build is the tiger. And I must say, this thing looks fantastic. I absolutely love the design for it, and it's probably one of my favorite 2022 Lego sets so far. I'll start with the head and then slowly work my way down. So starting off with the head, I think the design for it looks really awesome and also like really menacing. I love the teeth design and like how you can actually move the jaw up and down. And then the eyes, I was actually surprised. They're actually pieces. I thought they were going to be like stickers or prints, but I think the pieces they use make such accurate tiger eyes. But the overall design for the head is so accurate with like the fur detailing with these snow pieces, and just the overall color of it looks really accurate as well. And I just love the shape and structure for it. And you can actually move the head 300 and, well, somewhat 360 degrees. It sort of does that, but it sort of like hits the other pieces. And then that is actually connected by a ball joint, which you can just see here. And then working our way down to the legs, these have such a awesome design to it. They definitely look really cool as well, and you can actually pose them quite nicely by the, I believe they're like hinge attachments here, and then also ball joints for the feet, so you can definitely get a lot of posability with the tiger. And then the body is actually connected by ball joints, which is definitely really surprising, but you can get so much more movement with that, so I'm really glad they did that. And this part here where they actually did the stripes, I was really impressed and also pretty mind blown on how they actually did that. They actually built these separate parts because originally I thought these were either going to be prints or stickers, but it's actually plates all put together, and that was such an awesome choice because I definitely think it makes it look a lot more better. And just how they actually connect it, which was by ball joints, is so impressive, like with the whole angle part and using the different sort of corner, or not corner pieces, but like those slope pieces to actually create fur, just adds so much more to the tiger build. And the body as well is such a nice shape as well. And then the sort of bottom part here is actually connected also by ball joints, and then we actually move down to the legs, and they have a very similar design to the ones up the front, but it's just a little different. But they also do have the same amount of movement. And then the final part is the bottom for the tiger, and I must say, I was quite shocked to actually see Lego attempt something like this, especially using a flower piece, because that was quite a surprise. I actually did not expect Lego to do that. And then moving our way down to the tail, this is the most disappointing part because the rest of the build is almost perfect. Like, it is like the most perfect set apart from the tail here because they actually use dark grey and one light grey piece for the tail, which is such a letdown because they could have very easily used white or orange ball joints to actually create the tail, or even black, because it just looks disappointing compared to the rest of the build. Like, you have this absolutely amazing build for the tiger, and then you just look at the tail and it stands out because of the color scheme for the tail. That is the most disappointing part because this set is like almost perfect apart from this tail part. But I do like the small design for the tail because there's definitely a lot of movement, and that is why I love the set so much. There's so much posability with the set for like the head, the legs, the body, and then also the tail. So you can position the tiger in all sorts of ways. And just the amount of detail with the whole build is just phenomenal because they've added so much accurate features to the tiger with the stripes, the fur, and just the overall shaping for the tiger, especially made out of Lego, is just really awesome. And as I said, I just love how you can pose the tiger in all sorts of ways because it just makes the set so much more accurate and a lot more fun. And then also under the tiger there is quite a lot of detail as well. You can actually see some of the different colors they've actually used, but I definitely think they could have very easily just not covered this up, but I'm really glad they did. And I also really like the fur coming down his or hers neck. But a very small mistake is included with this set, and that is with the tail, because I wish they didn't use dark and light grey ball joints for the tail, because they could have very easily opted out for orange or white, because it is such a small mistake, but it is definitely quite noticeable compared to the rest of the build, because you can very easily see the light and dark grey ball joint attachments. So I just wish they maybe changed. So now we'll take a look at the packaging for this set, starting off with the box. I love the box art with like the bamboo design in the background, and I just think it looks really awesome and especially quite fitting for the tiger. So now we'll take a look at the manuals, and you obviously do get three because it is a 3-in-1. You get the tiger one, and then you get the red panda or fox, and then surprisingly enough, on the back of the fish one, there's actually some other Lego Creator 3-in-1 sets for 2022. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video because I really did enjoy building this set. And I must say, considering this was a Lego Creator 3-in-1 set, there was a lot of interesting and quite complex techniques to actually build the tiger. But it was definitely worth it because it just looks so much more accurate and it just looks amazing. I absolutely love the amount of detail they have included, including like the small details for like the fur and then like the facial structure as well. But as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video and can I say so. Goodbye.